What's happening,
What's
ladies
up?
and gentlemen of League Zero, and welcome to the postseason press conference for Powerhouse. We got quite a few of them here, reminiscent of the double cap press conference. Going from the top of the call to the bottom, got Fordle, who's apparently like a manager or something, also on the flock, which we literally recorded prior to this. Convenience, good at games, a full flex from what I recall. I remember you playing like DPS and the main tank, and then God knows what else. Commercial, who is a former DPS, if I remember correctly. Gavant's an off-tank, one-punch man, main support, RMM, either main support or flex support, one of the supports. Aspect, a DPS.
Let's go!
Dad, the captain and DPS. Grape, a third-string main tank for like what, the second season
like,
in
was
a row?
that really
The
fucking
second season in a row.
Second season in a row, let's go!
Jinx, a coach, I believe.
Yeah, she's the coach.
Okay.
Resident Eagle.
And Dad's girlfriend.
Okay.
Dad has many girlfriends.
Kef,
It's not
former,
Shut up.
Speaking facts.
former DPS and current coach, Pew Pew support, Dempsey former manager, Squirrel Ben former DPS, Stewie current manager, and Sinop former support now coach. I think I got all
Accurate, you
that right.
missed yourself.
I don't need to introduce myself.
Oh, okay, my
I'm
bad.
in like every freaking video on the YouTube channel. People don't know me. At
Ackley,
this
what's your
point.
peak?
My what?
That was a good
Ben,
one, Ben.
Ben,
That was
Ben,
a-
just
Yo,
Christ.
what's
Anyways.
your
Shut up.
peak? Yeah, I smurf at it, dude.
What are the question? What are those
Also,
questions?
just a correction,
So
I'm
we
a main
have-
tank. Smile.
But he does play DPS.
I've
I
seen you
can play
a
DPS.
bunch.
I'm known as a DPS warlord, actually.
He just one-tricks Doom.
Widow.
Well,
What?
you know, by the way, I used to
Also,
coach in Archer.
I do play mostly Doom, that's correct.
All right.
My boys
Anyways,
call me like Bacon Jack.
we got. No one cares. Great.
Fuck up.
Let's go into the
you.
first question. This one's gonna be probably mostly for Dempsey and Dad, but they want to know. I don't know who. But it was anonymous, but looking back to the beginning of the season, what was your long-term goal for the team back then?
Be good.
You know, we kind of just took things one step at a time. We didn't really have any long-term goal except for to not have major explosions or implosions in the team, you know? We kind of just focused on...
Hero.
We'll get to that. We kind of focused on, like, getting people we can respect that would respect us back, and people who have good play, obviously. I mean, that's pretty much it. We want to win, obviously, but we want to just meet people along the way, and I don't know.
Be gamers, basically.
Yeah, we wanted to basically have a good team and also like get a good group of people, like people that you could actually hang out with after the scrims, as well as.
We definitely achieved that when we merged to the Smiley server, which we'll probably get in later.
Bod
Yeah.
workers mentality. I like it.
All right. Actually, speaking of winning, another anonymous question: how did it feel to be Shanghai's kryptonite during the regular season?
I lost.
Well, the thing is, they weren't Shanghai's kryptonite. I was on the Junkrat. That's it.
Bad junk.
Okay. Also, I'll add on to that. Okay. They proceeded to scrim Busan. All right, and we were losing the scrim until I switched to Junkrat, and then we came back. So
Yeah.
no, Shanghai's kryptonite is just Junkrat.
So
Good enough,
feel
Kev is
spam.
actually projectile.
Honestly, they should have just ran me on junk. What a 5-head.
I don't have much to say about this question because
We should have been
No.
me on Junk.
Well,
game.
we kind of, I don't know, we kind of always felt more powerful going against them because we knew we were the
They're bad.
underdogs. We were never voted to win, you know?
They're not good.
Nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Exactly. And we were a team that cracked under the pressure. Like, in game, we lost our cool a lot, I feel like.
I
not like in a
also-
positive
I-
way, but
if I had
like
to
more
add
in a
something.
in a panic.
Whenever we
anxious
got
way.
to like,
You don't have to add something. It's the best.
whenever
I
we
have
got
something
to
to say,
like,
shut the fuck
okay,
up, man. Like,
thanks, Grape. No, that's cool, dude. No,
Oh
that's cool.
The toxic chat poggers.
Whenever we got to like a peak of play, like whether that was after we won against Shanghai, wait what, and then Yoink, and then we like went against Overcharge and lost like 2 maps, or like after the first map that we lost, it was like people started complaining like Razor Sharp is a Smurf and stuff like that, and that was kind of funny. But like it was hard to keep momentum in game if we lost, especially if we were doing well prior, especially like both times like after we beat Shanghai, the first time we like went on a tear, and then we lost to Overcharged, and then High Society, and then
Rio, baby.
oh my god, that was fucking cringe. I think Kev retired, but then we played against Shanghai.
Yeah, I was
And
sick
then-
of you guys.
Yeah. We won against Shanghai, and then we were up 2-0 against Wait What, and then they reverse swept, and we got rolled by Yoink the next week. So it was hard to keep that momentum going.
We always put
leaving.
extra resources.
I didn't
Sorry.
enjoy those games. I'm gonna be honest. That felt. It
Oh,
feels
true.
bad.
Yeah, OPM said the N word for those games. So
Literally the only 2
He was
games that I
banned.
played
Let's
this season on
go,
Powerhouse.
PM. Let's
Yeah,
go.
reverse
I
swept
could have
RDL.
played and I have reverse
It was the
sweep
first of
energy,
many.
so
Yeah.
uh,
or remember, you played
Yo,
well in the
Gil.
Wait What game, though.
I did play well in the Wait What game. The Yoink game, everyone just played shitty.
Everyone played really shit.
Yeah, but about the Shanghai Kryptonite, I feel like we put a lot of more extra resources and did a lot more scouting against them.
Yeah, 100%.
Against any like opposed to any other team.
Yeah.
And we kind of abused the fact that their tanks were
Tyler
pretty
is
weak.
shit.
We played hard
Yeah,
brawl.
that's
We
true.
always ran a Reaper hard brawl and just
Yeah.
tried to walk over them.
I think
And it was pretty
I think
successful.
I think Owo against Tyler was the best Owo that like you've seen in the regular season. Just because if he made one play against Tyler, he screamed, "Tyler's fucking shit!" and then just fucking went in the next fight and just kept doing that. His confidence was through the roof against Shanghai every single time. So I think
Whenever I was confident, he just
That was
fucking
definitely
rolls, right?
That was also,
Yeah.
I feel like that was the peak Powerhouse that ever was, because we were going there like super confident. Like,
oh yeah.
we scrimmed fucking shit ton that week. Before Hero fucking Maul did, he was playing out of his mind too.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's probably the peak Powerhouse, because since
Oh,
then
definitely.
we were downhill. I think
Yeah.
it was because we underestimated all the rest of our opponents after that. Ever since we beat Shanghai, that was part of the problem. And then
Yeah.
fucking Hero just mauling
Yeah,
played a huge role.
that's
So
And
actually,
that literally is the reason why we didn't have any hits again for the rest of the fucking season.
kind of touching on you kind of hinted at it a little bit. Another question, conveniently enough, is there seemed to be a lot of drama going on from the outside looking in. How true is that assumption?
It was basically just Hero.
True.
Hero
That's
abandoned.
It was
Hero
I caused
because he had
so much drama with you
obese
guys.
mentality.
Heroes
I mean, I
a
think I
shit,
can- I
heroes
think I'm
a
the good
shit,
answer for this.
heroes a shit.
Okay,
I was
let's
the
talk
reason.
one at a time, guys. Come on.
Since
So-
I got
Go back to
something
your
to
train
say,
train talk.
I got something to say.
Nigeria.
Everyone shut up. I think I should answer this first because I brought
We
Hero over to
should
the
go
team.
from
okay.
down-
Graven aspect. Okay, Graven
so-
aspect.
I haven't said anything. Let me say something.
Okay, well,
let's
fuck,
come on,
Grave
go.
aspect, come on. I feel like a teacher. Grave aspect,
I wanna go. I wanna
In order.
go.
Okay,
I wanna
but
go
are you
too.
RMM, you're after Gavon.
Okay.
I go.
Everyone be quiet.
And you're after RMM. Okay, Grave, go, Grave first.
So before Shanghai games, Stream messaged me saying we need a better hit scan. And I was like, yo, bro, I'm friends with Hero. He's my fucking guy. Get him on. Hero was hating Vitalize right the whole time because fucking copy dog. So Hero's like, yeah, I'll join the
Hate
team.
that
I'll
guy.
leave it. He joins. Everything's cool and all. The problem started when Aspect joined. Now, Aspect, he didn't do anything wrong in particular, right? But
I
Hero,
was just good at Pharaoh.
Hero has been on every single team Hero's been on. He's been the only 1 out of 2 DPS. So he started in every single game in his life. He's always been starting. As soon as Aspect comes, he gets mad, right? Because he leaves the team that he was also going to be fully starting on for some diamond guy. So Hero gets mad, and then Hero, we really told Hero he's going to start for 3 out of the 4 maps, except for the first one. So in all those games, he didn't start for the very first map. He leaves after the first map and just ghosts us till the next day saying, I want to fucking start, I'm just going to keep ghosting. And I feel bad because I was the reason why he came, and then I put Stewie and Dad in an uncomfortable situation, and that left us with no hit skin for the rest of the league because Hero just eventually left and just fucked us over.
No, it was a little worse than that. It wasn't 3 out of. It wasn't 1 out of 4 maps.
Left
It was
during
like 1 out of
warm-up
12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Dude,
basically
the
just
funny
gonna be
thing,
in
he came to the
control.
warm-up scrim. This shitter came to the warm-up scrim, but didn't go to the match. Like, what type of shitter
Yeah,
does
that's
that?
the Yoink
He
one.
left
I
'cause-
think we were a playout like a finalist playoff team if we had Hero. And
We
kept
would have
everything.
probably won the. I'm confident, bro.
Or
We
if
would
we
have
had
won the whole thing
Cat.
with Hero.
No, because the
We
problem
were
was
forced to run
yeah.
comps that had no
Yeah.
hit skin in playoffs, and we
Yeah.
still
That
managed
was
to
the
get
reason
double
why
cap.
Shanghai beat us because they used Pharaoh and we didn't have
Yeah.
any answers.
Exactly.
I could've
And when we
just
played
done
Echo,
Pharaoh,
right?
but-
Nice is just such a good hit skin. He just hits Echo out of the sky, boom, we're fucked. Like,
Yeah.
and then we
So
tried
what'd you-
to run over Tyler, right? It just didn't
Come on,
work.
what do you want to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say oh no, Aspect's next, isn't he? Or,
Aspect
Yeah,
is
I'm
next.
next.
Okay.
I'll
So
go
to
after
answer
Gavon.
the actual question.
No, I'm going after Gavon.
No. Like the thing about
Oh my god.
It goes Aspect, Gavant, RMM, Ben.
Yeah.
To answer
and
the.
then-
Oh my fuck. Okay.
Everybody, shut the fuck up.
Aspect,
Okay.
Pull out the drum.
To answer the original question, past when I joined, the only drama was that hero shit up. Thank you very much.
I can answer
that's
the
it.
bigger
No,
question.
you got-
Gavant now. Gavant
Okay,
now.
so the good thing about having everyone go is that everyone was involved in like the quote unquote drama at some point. Like OPM and I, at some point we were
Except for
considering
me, Pepe.
going to another team. I
Oh my
I
God.
personally was trialing for Shanghai, DC, and Papega. I think I'll let OPM talk after. And so originally I was thinking about going to another team, and they all asked me, and I think this is why it started leaking, or people started saying Powerhouse is going down the drain, is because I was saying I didn't have much faith in the management, just because we didn't have like a good hit scan coming in until Hero. We didn't know Hero was going to be bad at the time, and I think that's why people thought there was a lot of drama. But eventually, like after like we decided to get Hero, I decided to stay on the team.
Yeah. That's for me personally. I was very on edge. After High Society, I was fucking boomed, bro. Like my rig was ass. I fed. Like I knew I fed, and then Kev retired. Like, shit, that's a nail.
Yeah, when Kev retired, that fucking hurt, bro. Like I was actually depressed
Yeah,
because
but,
he was like a big reason of the success already before I joined. And
Yeah,
we
but
just
for me,
lost him.
I really like Papega at the time. Like, I know Papega was out of the quarterfinals, but they're like a good ass team, right? Kizko could have been one of the best off tanks, where he had a good core. I was like genuinely considering it, right? And like I talked to Dan and Stewie about this for hours, right? And then there's also the drama with rebranding. I mean, not rebuilding. So like, some of the team would get kicked, or apparently that was all rumored and shit, right? So
Yeah,
like,
the rumors about
that
there
was
were rumors about CDC, about getting Vantage.
yeah,
and
that the
Cerny.
remerge.
Those were all false. Like
Yeah.
I don't know where they came from.
Yeah,
but
dude,
they
I was talking
were
to
all
I
Kazmi
have
too,
a-
and like
I
the
have
bot
a
for
chip
hours
to-
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a thing against
I read
CDC.
someone's tweet longer, and I was really confused because they were like, oh yeah, and then Powerhouse, the management, was gonna replace like half the team with fucking CDC people.
No, we
And I was
wanted to
like,
keep the
what?
core. We kept OPM, Gavant, Owo, me, and Pew Pew till the end. Like
Mhm.
that was all those
Wasn't
people
I-
played in week 1 or week 2.
Wasn't I the only
Okay.
person from CDC?
Yeah.
No,
And
no,
RMM.
Gil.
Oh yeah,
and-
RMM. Sorry.
Oh,
Bro,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, now can I answer, please?
Oasis
I
in lobby
skipped.
1A, by the way.
Get away, Sin. Get away, Sin. Get away.
Okay,
Oasis was
so,
ever in the team.
The
He's
question,
a coach. He's
He
a
was
coach.
he was an
He
absolute
coached-
father.
He coached a lot.
Let our man speak. Let our man speak.
yeah,
Yes,
I didn't get to answer the question. OPM rudely skipped
Yeah, you
me. Okay, so basically, what was the question again?
Drama.
Drama stuff. Okay,
I know
Oh my.
so I was on Powerhouse, I want to say, about half the season, I think. I joined right before
Like
the high
week 7, week 8. you
Yeah,
joined.
I got traded here from Vitalize, about a couple
Man, I
days
hate
before the
Great
High
Card.
Society game, I'm pretty sure. Was it for Kadatrick?
Kadatrick.
Yeah, I don't know why you would trade a better main support for me.
He
Still
wanted
kinda-
off.
He wanted off. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, it was kind of unfortunate that the week I joined, we kind of have Kef retire, and I'm like, oh shit, this might not be a good place for a little bit, because I'm like, oh my god, they got boomed by High Society, Kef retired, and the whole team's gonna just implode, and I'm thinking to myself, oh no, but that didn't happen, luckily. It was kind of awkward for the scramble to get a new DPS player. I'm pretty sure we trialed a couple people who were pretty subpar, to be honest. I think I would be better than a couple of them.
We tried a lot of people. We tried
Yeah.
Kishshot, we tried Iraqi DPS
Iraq.
guy. at one point. We tried. We were gonna try Reborn at one point.
Hey man,
Reborn, I love
I'm
Reborn.
sorry.
Reborn's
hey
actually
man,
not
listen,
cracked.
listen though. It was
Okay,
better
let's
than
do it.
on fucking CDC, dude.
Yo, wait, wait, wait.
Okay,
I have a question for Dad, to be honest.
Okay.
Wait, guys, it is.
Hey,
It is
hey,
Great, great. That's very rude. You didn't let me
let's finish
say.
up this question.
Okay,
Okay.
well,
I want to talk about the entire timeline from the beginning.
It was.
Holy
You know,
fuck.
that scramble was kind of unfortunate. You know, we got Aspect, we got Hero. I will say this right now. I have no respect for Hero and what he did for this team. Him bailing out on us like that and ghosting the management just is such a fucking pussy move, and I just don't respect him at all. He was really good on Vitalize. He was really good on Power. He was really good here, while he was here and not a douchebag. But just how he handled the whole situation is just kind of really childish in my opinion. That's all I could say.
What's up, Grape?
Oh my god, it's my turn.
It's bad.
World
Go,
Benjamin.
man.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Keep it quick. This question
I was
is
gonna
gonna
say
last.
I
80
caused some
minutes.
drama from outside, because I was pissed that I was traded. I wanted to improve, but they just needed a better hit scan quick, and I didn't think I was gonna be traded, and it happened, and I was super pissed at Dad, and super pissed at Luke, and Fortle, and all those people. So I started kind of
You
talking about
blocked
like, the
me
inner.
for about a month and a half.
Yeah. We still talked during the time though. It was funny, but I kind of just let loose like a lot of like the bad things that was happening during Powerhouse, and kind of started people kind of, I don't know. I feel like I kind of started a hate train on Powerhouse on accident, because I was a little pissed. But I kind of fed fire.
Management tried as hard as they could to find the best fit. We thought about all our options. We put hours of work into management, and I mean, things just ended like they did. In the end, we're all here. We're all still friends. We're all still in a server together, hanging out on the daily. So I think we did all right. I don't care that we didn't win.
We made a solid run.
I do have one more team-specific question before I get into like the more general stuff. And I don't quite understand the context of this. I thought it was sort of straightforward, but I guess from the outside looking in, it might. I don't know. I'll just ask the question and let you answer it. So, in terms of management, who is actually running the team at any given point in the season?
Dad and Fortle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
I would say Dad.
Well, you guys, dude,
that.
Stewie was running the team.
No,
Okay.
I don't want to be mean to Stewie, but Dad and Fortle put in way more effort than he did. No offense, Stewie. But
Funny
Dude,
thing about that.
amount of
Funny
work
thing
they
about
put
that
in
is-
was-
wait. Funny thing about that is when I first joined Powerhouse, I literally like for the first week and a half, I literally thought Dad was the manager. I didn't even know. I thought Stewie was just some.
So I want to talk on that actually.
Yeah.
So from the beginning of the season, and Dempsey, you can add on. It started with in preseason, me and Copy were doing a lot of scouting and shit. We held a lot of private pugs, and Dempsey was absent because he was finishing up school. But that led into a trend of Copy and I doing a more direct approach, and Dempsey kind of being more absent, which it wasn't his fault, in the beginning, but it just led into this theme. And then when Copy was gone, it was kind of just me, and I would get the okay from Dempsey on things. It was kind of, I would make sure all the decisions were a team decision, but I would kind of, it's hard to say, I would kind of search for the opportunities, you know?
I mean, can I real quick add something? That's
Sure.
All right, accurate. Here's the best example of how scuffed our management was. Not like in terms of being managed, but like in terms of who was our actual manager. I was scouting for Powerhouse before I was drafted to the team, and I helped them out with all their drafts.
It's like Stanley and Rio last season.
It was so weird.
Yeah, but then when, what was it, week 4, week 5 came around and you left Dempsey?
Yeah. Like,
And I was kind of in place, and I still had like an idea of everything that was going on, and Stewie was coaching from week 1, so we're like, either I move to manager and Stewie goes assistant manager and I play, or Stewie just goes manager, and Stewie took the role of manager, so that's kind of what happened.
I'd say the best way to visualize it is Stewie wasn't the manager. He was making the organizational decisions, and he was being a full-time head coach. But Dad was in charge of the players and the actions the team took on paper in the league, I guess. And he had been doing that since the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't really want to when I became manager, I didn't really want to change the way that the management happened because Dad was already doing that sort of stuff. So I'm not gonna be like, Dad, stop being this manager role to the players. I'm not about to do that. So I just kind of did what Ford said there. Didn't want to mix anything up.
Interesting.
Dempsey, did you want to add on to that?
I guess, like I was said earlier, at the start of the season, I couldn't really help out with the team, and I let the Dad and Coffee know that because I had the finals up. So, but when I came back, I always felt like I was never. I had the time to manage, but I was never given the opportunity, basically. I was always there, but I was just sitting playing on my phone because I had nothing else to do because Dad automatically took everything over.
Same for me as a player of poker.
And I don't know.
I tried for it to not be so one-sided for me, but I don't know. I went for any direct approaches I could take, and I tried to make them a group effort, but it didn't end out that way. I was just very proactive with my ideas and kind of the effort I put into the team, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I could tell that you kind of wanted to be the main figurehead of the team. That's why I was really surprised that you didn't take up the manager role when I left.
Yeah, it was easier that way probably because we would have to figure out a captain as well, because Stewie couldn't play, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I do have some more general questions, probably more fun to answer in some ways. So I'll do those to close this out. So, what did you guys do for team bonding, if anything?
Oh
my god.
The entire call
OPM said the N-word, Grape sold dildos to the players.
Oh my lord.
Okay. So we transferred a lot of our players, like me, Stewie, and Ford, and Waze. We're all part of a larger community called Smilers, as you probably know.
And I'm not.
And yeah, Grip's pretty bad. But we
you just rolled
we ended up merging with Smilers. So the community's kind of intertwined to the point where we just there's people in voice chat kind of chilling 90% of the time, and it's team members with other people, team members with each other. And so that really helped.
As for team bonding exercises,
a little bit of
there was one night I think it was morning, me and OPM, we were in quick play, and we said some certain things.
Okay.
And it was a great time.
I don't care.
Anyways.
Man.
That's okay.
Jackbox is really fun. Jackbox is really fun.
Oh, Jackbox is great.
Play Jackbox.
I felt like I had more fun as a bystander playing with people outside of scrims than actually playing in scrims because I was more of a not really a player, more of a substitute than anything, and I didn't play ever. I only played one game the entire season. It was with CSC. I feel sad now.
I think the biggest team bonding thing that we did was, and nobody covered it, which I'm surprised about, is we did internals almost 3 times a week.
Yeah, the internals were fun.
And we would have up to 20 people showing up for internals, and it was like a really good feel. People were being subbed in, getting playtime. Everybody was actively learning the whole time. And it was a good way for some of us Flock and more experienced players to pass down the knowledge we had to the Powerhouse crew, and they were really fun. really informative, and they're probably the most productive team building thing we ever did.
And I was really proud of them. We had our main roster typically, our core 6 with Aspect or whoever was the second DPS at the time, go against like GMs and master players like every single map.
Yeah.
And though like people were messing around a lot on the enemy team, we had like Stewie in, Fortle in, EMP in, like Oasin, all these people that were just, great people to learn from.
There was a point where it was Contract and Kef that we were playing against.
And they like took a map off of us and stuff. Like they got so much better. Even though, one thing about internals that wasn't good is that almost every map was lost, and by the time we got closer to the DC game, it was obvious that we needed just like a normal scrim where they could win to get confidence back up.
I was worried about
like
the mental of people.
Yeah, exactly.
But
it was sweet to
weird.
learn. They got like 10 times better.
Sorry. Sorry, it was weird because I always wanted to scrim other teams. Shut up. I always wanted to scrim other teams, and everyone on the roster would say like, "No, we want to do internals. We want to do internals. We want to face the tougher opponents."
I think that's partially because there's so many players that want to be active and want to contribute to the team, but of course they're not on the main roster. So they were like, what are other ways we can help? Me personally, I wanted to become a coach, and I feel like, I don't think I really became a quote-unquote coach, but playing in the internals, I felt like I was still being somewhat helpful to the team as a whole, even though I wasn't on the main roster.
Yeah, to add on to Gil, like, I think internals really solved the issue of our adventure players becoming inactive, right? Because, like, look how much people are in the lobby right now. We have like what? 20 people. Like, that's the reason we have so many people that have left, because like we don't give her enough like starting time to our bench players, because their starting players are like really good, right?
The only people. There's only one person we wouldn't allow in our internals, and that's probably Hero.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck Hero.
Alright. Well, I do have one last question for you, because I don't want to drag this out too much longer. I gotta get ready for other stuff. But what is your favorite memory to come out of this season?
Oh my god.
Down the list.
Okay,
no
there was
order
one
again.
time.
Whoa! We start with Portal.
Down the list.
Portal.
Down
He's
the
there.
list.
Okay.
Dad, you fucking had
In internals,
Maniac over here.
Alright, boys. Alright.
they were doing absolutely terribly in internals one day, and we replayed Temple of Anubis 3 times in a row, and by the end they did so much better.
I fucking hate Temple now, bro. Fuck
Okay,
that
for
map.
me personally, during the Pugs portion of the team, before there were actually teams, I really wanted to get on Powerhouse, because there was a lot of people I knew, PPU, SPT, all those people. I played with them before, so I got into privates for Powerhouse, and I was like, ooh, I have a super high chance of getting signed, dude. So I literally missed watching fucking Star Wars, dude, to play in a pug with Powerhouse, I literally missed Star Wars, dude.
Fucking legend.
I'm dedicated.
You're the man.
For me, I would probably say my favorite memory was the one and only game I played with Powerhouse the entire season, which was against High Society. We still lost, but I got to play.
Commercial, more like the main show.
Hey.
Oh man.
Come on, you got anything special?
So I think it was against Shanghai right after I decided to stay with the team, and we picked up Hero, and we won the game. Or no, we didn't win the game. We were on what's the one, the spaceship, Gibraltar, and I was like, oh my, we want to fight like super hard, and I was like, I can't believe I doubted you guys. And I meant that as in I thought we wouldn't win against Shanghai, but Stewie was like, after the game, he's like, Gavon, you thought because he thought I meant like Powerhouse as a whole, because I was about to leave it for Papega.
Okay. For me, like, I know you guys have like sappy moments like internals, right? But for me, it was in a match week 3. The first time we faced Shanghai, right? It was King's Row. So it was like second point. they were about to cap with like 6 minutes, right? And then like Snipes has
the Powerhouse special.
in the Powerhouse special, right? So Kev was playing Junkrat. So Snipes pops Blossom and I boop him off the map, and then that was the fight. So for me personally, that's my favorite memory. Cause
Can you wait? OPM, can you link that to me? Can put.
Oh yeah,
Powerhouse to multiple. Yeah.
I got you.
Anyways, what do you got?
I remember.
This one was kind of really important to me. It was I remember OPM got suspended the Thursday before the Wait What game, and we were kind of scrambling to get me good at Lucio, and I was so committed to it. I had OPM wake up at like 9 a.m. and we did a VOD review and stuff, and I kind of appreciated him like making that time just to help me out.
Good guy, OPM.
My turn?
Yeah,
All right. Listen, quick backstory. I'm a fair one chick. Alright, now onto the story. So, during the Powerhouse vs DC quarterfinal playoff match, come out of we're going into overtime, I'm pretty sure, for attack. And then Dad says, he's like, yo, I think it's time we pull it out. And I was like, what? And it was like, yo, Aspect go Farah. And I was like, oh my. And then I boomed Squirrel Benjamin. Oh my god. I boomed him. You know how hard I boomed him? I missed like 4 shots and he still didn't kill me. And he still didn't kill me.
I
understand.
was on Hanzo that entire match.
No, you swapped to Kree on Jib.
Which point?
And then
Remember when it was Gibraltar? It was.
I don't remember Gibraltar.
It was the same map
find
where
clip.
Grape fed and like went right into.
Oh
you while you were
yeah.
minion.
You did super well in front on that map. That's what I remember.
I know, I was fucking cracked. And but not the memory specifically is when he said, "Yo, Aspect go fair." I was like, "Oh my god." I coomed really like.
Oh, man, I lost when I
should have won that
one.
map. Big Grape's a fucking feeder. Oh my god.
Alright, right in front of Squirrel Ben, got CC'd and died, bro. This did.
Yeah, Grape, you ran into my high noons like 3 different times.
I know.
I got a couple quick ones. Okay, I remember the UHC with SBT, Pew Pew, and Gavant. Can never forget that. League 0 UHC.
Oh, I was in the vitalized
Going through furry Twitter with OWO and SBT and being the third wheel.
Wait.
Wait. I'm thinking on. Winning our first match, our overcharge game in the 3-2. Then everyone just fucking cheering at the end. It felt amazing. I don't know. I've made a lot of personal connections with everyone. Feels good.
Great. What do you got?
Okay. I have 2. Okay, the first one, it's bittersweet, right? So, before the Wait What game, I hadn't played in 2.5 months, by the way. Yeah. Okay. So I was like, yo, I'm actually gonna play, and then Dad made a decision to start me over Gavant, which was fucking poggers, right, man? And I ended up booming Soundwave on fucking Ryan. Okay. And the thing that makes me mad is that the game wasn't streamed. The first 2 maps, I really fucking boomed the shit out of him. It wasn't even fucking close. Okay, and then they just go fucking fair in the win. But like that was good. Like that map like fucking was poggers. Second one, when I first got like I was in the VC before I got picked up by Powerhouse, and me, Dad, and fucking Ford were fucking goofing around so much. They're like, yo, Grape, you wanna get picked up? I'm like, yo, I'm in this fucking draft now. I'd rather fucking wear a suit, and I fucking put like a fucking blazer on.
The face cam.
Yeah, that was the face cam. Yeah. That was fucking fun. Yeah, that's it.
Jinx, I don't know how active you were in the team.
I was like rarely there, so I don't have
I love Dad. I am Dad.
Oh my god.
Yo, I like Dad on the McCree. Oh, the McCree.
Oh, great. Way to make this weird, bro.
All right, so I have 2. The first one is King's Row, second game against High Society, where we were down on a 5v6, and because OPM's mom came and yelled at him to get off because
this was overcharged.
This is against overcharge. Okay. Anyways, that was really funny. So that was like, and then we like came back and won it, and that was great.
Yeah, we won a 5v6 attacking.
And then I have 3 actually, and then the right before the Shanghai game, I just like ran into the voice chat. This was like an hour before, and I was like, guys, I think I know how to beat Shanghai. I just played Junkrat. and we just like did that. It was like we made that plan like an hour before the game, and we beat him.
Classic.
And then my last favorite memory from Powerhouse, right, is Dad gets into the VC as he's driving home.
Oh my god.
Bro,
This is a
this
good
mom
one.
Shut up.
Oh, yo, his mom-
Okay, he gets home, right? And his mom is in the car with him, right? And we hear his mom go, "Hey, Dad, stop playing with the door. You're gonna break it." And Dad goes, "No, I'm not." And then he's like, "Oh, hey, you're not gonna believe what I just did." And then you hear his mom go, "Did you just break the door?" so Dad is like, pulled the car door handle off the door. And we're just all sitting there cracking up, and we all say hi to his mom.
Yell at him, bro.
Yeah, it was insane.
All right, Pew Pew, what do you got?
Probably either the second time we beat Shanghai or when we beat DC in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, the
That was pretty hype.
Probably my favorite point is in any team is when we kind of like reach our peaks and kind of look back and be like, even if we lose every game from here on out, we've already proved that we're like a really good team and we can play well together, and we have evidence that we're all good players and stuff. So I don't know. I think it's the most fun I can have in Overwatch is when the team really comes together and is like, okay, we're actually good and we're actually going to start like we've actually shown that we're good. I don't know how to word it, but yeah.
Proved yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
MC, you got anything?
Yeah, I think I got like a couple. One is probably
Yo, Oser, drag him up.
Alright.
Dragon wins.
Look who's late to the party. Hello.
Look who's waiting by like an hour.
I'm sorry, I was doing stuff.
Hello, my name is Tammy.
Oh, you're doing
I am a
stuff.
competitive
Golden retriever, Pitbull.
Hey,
I was busy, dude. He was busy fucking his 15 girlfriends, right? We all know.
Yeah.
Dude, OO is a Chad, dude. Our favorite player on the team is OO.
Dempsey, go ahead.
Honestly, that's
Okay. Circle around. We circle around to the bottom. OO
You're
goes
talking about
last.
favorite moments, OO, if you want to think of one.
Yeah, you get to go last, okay? So you have a long time to think.
Last but not least.
Alright. I got a few favorite moments in Powerhouse. I think one of them was at the beginning of the season in the draft when we like round 6 of us picking up players, and we got our flex support of choice sniped, but then we realized QP was somehow undrafted and we got him.
We thought he would go second round or third
Yeah.
round.
Maximum. We thought he might even go first round. So.
Yeah, and we're
I
like,
want to
oh
flex,
shit.
but I won second round.
And
I
don't know how I got
undrafted.
drafted. I only
I
showed up for like 2 pugs, and I did
didn't
like
get drafted.
mediocre.
Alright, Squirrel
Even
Ben,
though
what do
better
you got?
than 70% of the.
So, I think it was the night that I got. One of them was the night I got transferred over to Powerhouse. I liked Jemima on BB, but that was about it. So, I was happy to be off the team, and I was on a team with my friends, and I don't know, that was a lot of fun that night. Another one was Kef, like, because I wanted to learn how to play hitscan better. I wanted to become a hitscan player who could play Hanzo, and then Kef gave me coaching, which was awesome, and it helps so much. And I don't know, I think that was just awesome.
Coaching.
That's good.
You weren't a
I'm
hitscan
glad.
player.
Alright, anyways, Stewie, what do you got?
I have too many, but I'm just gonna go. Okay, I'll just narrow it down to 2. I'm glad O's here for this, cause the first one is whenever O screamed, as I mentioned earlier, Tyler is fucking shit. That sort of thing. That always made me smile. When I was muted in the VC. So that was always fun. And then, let's see, the next one I'll just go with. Oh, boom! The Nepal against DC, where you guys were down like fucking like 99-0 on that first map.
Oh.
And I knew like fucking everyone in the VC who was muted, or at least like people who had been you know, they're at scrims and stuff. We know that like you guys aren't very good at Shrine. This was on Village where you were down, and Shrine was most likely next. So like you guys had to win that to win the game because you got rolled on Shrine, and you came back.
Also,
and
in the
that
warm-up
was
screen-
really fun.
In the warm-up screen, I would usually play Shrine because of religious reason. I couldn't make the last 2 maps.
Yeah.
I was watching at the
That-
kitchen table, so nervous.
Fuck
I was like
loyalty.
shaking.
Yo, the bitch had to go play D&D. Oh my.
They couldn't reschedule D&D. Oh, how
Synop,
horrible.
what do you got?
We can reschedule religion though. Don't worry.
I don't have a favorite memory, but like what I remember most was just sitting in the voice chat at the beginning of the season, just talking to whoever was in there. It was always fun.
Oh yeah, at the very beginning.
Yeah, like a
All right.
Meeting everyone for sure.
Yeah.
All right, and who
I
do
miss
get
you,
for
Sino.
our favorite memory this season?
My favorite memory was it's actually Grape's glow up, because when Grape joined the team, he was like touted as like a meme pick, but like I had never met Grape before, and then like watching him play, I was like, you know, he's not that bad. And then by the end, like we were throwing him in the starting roster, and people were like, yo, like this kid's good. Like what were we thinking? And I just liked him because he was always so like. He just like, I don't know, he was always so funny, he was so positive, he had such a good mental attitude, and then to go from like this meme pick player to like a starter to, you know, being an essential member of the team was like great. I will say a little caveat in the game against DC where he just like hard threw Gibraltar for no reason. That was tough.
He lost to the Squirrel Ben Cree, bro.
Ben, you lost this year. You can't shit talk. You lost, okay? You guys got 2 maps because you ran Zarya Dragon. Okay, that's nice. You're not good. You're not good.
I'm just gonna do that real quick so we can end this century. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this press conference. This was
Hey,
definitely
can I say
one
one
of
thing
the
real quick? Can I say one? Yo.
Nigeria is the best African country. Squirrel Ben and Kef, we need to fight Plantera. Alright, I'm done
Okay, listen.
now.
I have not played.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. League 0 Season 3. Enter MIP right here. I'm out.
Alright, hope you all enjoyed that. I'm gonna end this before it gets too crazy. See ya!